What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Recruiting Roundup brought to you by Ortho, Arizona. I'm Claudia Collins alongside my partner in crime, Cody Cameron. And we're here today just wrapping up the early signing period. We're talking offers and commitments, just a couple that we want to touch on today. A couple from Hamilton. I'll get us started off with Rich Lucero. He's kind of the center of attention there, right? Quarterback, he has had an incredible season. He committed to Augustana, which is located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Incredible season he's had. 32 passing touchdowns, 58 carries for 336 yards with 6 touchdowns. He's broken and set school records. He's got a great academic mindset and runs track and field as well. Another thing that just visually I like to see is especially at the quarterback position, right? Supposed to be a leader, but he really shows that just on social media. He is constantly retweeting, hyping up his teammates, fellow players, and I really think that just speaks volumes about, hey, he's not just looking for attention for himself. He's a team player looking for attention for everyone, and I mean, he gets attention on the field. So, he's doing a great job at that.
No, he really is. And you mentioned it. We've talked about him multiple times, and rightfully so. Leader on and off the field. And I think when you look at the Hamilton situation this year with transitioning first year head coach there, Travis Dixon, I think he made Coach Dixon's life a little bit easier. When you have a player like that, right? Having that leader be there and who already has won the locker room. Like kids love to play for Rich Lucero and then prove yourself on the field like he did. You mentioned some of the stats, 3,000 plus passing yards in one of the toughest regions in the state of Arizona. Got him that open division, made it to the open division semis, got him that first win against Marana down there in Tucson, a tough place to play. Rich Lucero is that player. Perfect fit, and he's going where he is wanted. I expect him to play almost immediately there.
Hey, we got one more player that we want to touch on from Hamilton, but I actually want to bring it back to Travis Dixon because I actually remember going to spring football with you, getting to
Yep.
meet him. And that's one of the things that, as a coach, he was saying, like, hey, he's got seniors and he's got guys that have already taken command of the team. So I just wanted to say that because it's not something Cody's making up. We heard it from his mouth himself. It is great to have leaders like that. All right, one more guy from Hamilton.
Yeah, going into their offensive line and its offensive line, right? That always has a big name player, big offensive tackle, and sometimes it's one of those players that maybe isn't the 6'5", 6'6" offensive tackle who's the best player anchoring that offensive line, and that's Charles Hawk. That kid is a monster. He had a tremendous senior season, and when you talk to Coach Tuck, the offensive line coach at Hamilton, and he's coached guys that are playing in the league, many Division I talents. It's always the players who are the most coachable, right? Who get it done on the field, who are get after it in the weight room that he always hypes. And Charles Hawk is one of those players. We talk about go where you're wanted, go where the best fit. Signed to Lake Forest in the early signing period, and I think it's perfect. When you look at that program and the way Charles Hawk played at Hamilton and anchored that offensive line, I think it's a natural fit there, a top Division III program in the country, really good GPA as well, and he's gonna get it done on the field and in the classroom. You do not have to worry about him, and he signed early, and I love it. Good job, Charles.
All right, one more that's getting it done on the field and in the classroom. Who do you have, Cody?
It's got to be one of my favorite players in this senior class. It's an offensive lineman at Saguaro who is a captain, Michael Tota. Michael Tota in an offseason, right, where Saguaro lost, it just seemed like numerous starters, many players. Michael Tota stuck it out. He stepped into a leadership role. He let himself be coachable. Offensive line coach Derek McClure, I thought, did a really good job of helping develop Michael, but Michael let himself be coachable, did all the right things. Thought he put together some really good senior film, and he found a home this past week, verbally committed to ACU in-state program. We've talked about ACU. Coach Bowen has done a really good job there, and he wants kids with great leadership skills and just naturally is going to be a leader in that locker room on day one. That is Michael Tota. Great kid, awesome personality, getting it done on the gridiron. Congrats, Mike.
It is a crazy time of year, especially with the transfer portal. So if you want more recruiting news, head to sports360az.com.